Hi guys, I really hope that you are well. So, I apologise for the trembling hand, alors je m'excuse pour la main qui tremble, but we're out and about. On est en pleine excursion. So we have a little mission. You are going to help me create a vocabulary resource. Alors vous allez m'aider à créer effectivement une ressource de vocabulaire. So, I've promised to do this video for the longest time with my students. And it never ever seems to happen, and I was helping a friend hang a painting that he's painted, which is brilliant. I quite like a bit of DIY, but don't tell anybody. I'm quite butch. I like to build patios and things and smash down walls and build other walls and paint stuff, but I have a reputation to maintain, so we try not to talk about it. Also, I end up doing some bastard's garden, and that never ends well. Shout out to Al, whose garden I did. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at verbs where in the middle of these verbs you are going to have an adjective. So for example, if I took the adjective red, okay, so I can think of somebody, and whenever I look at them, they are so cute to me that I will sometimes go red. I'll just hide it and quickly look away, or pretend I need the bathroom. So that will be rouge, rougir. So we've taken the adjective word and we've stuck something to the right of it, rougir. To go black, we'll take the word noir and we're going to go, so Luke's drunk a load of coffee, so under his eyes has gone black. Noir, noircir. It's a verb of transformation. Old, vieux, vieille, vieillir. They don't always go with ir, we just seem to have had a few in a row that have. So these are adjectival verbs of transformation, meaning what you've got is an adjective you've made a verb out of. Let's just have a proper grown-up boys and girls conversation, boys, girls, or, you know, non-binary, about how adjectives work and how verbs work. So adjectives can give birth to verbs and verbs can give birth to adjectives. Hurrah! So for example, if I said Luke is worried, then worried is the ed past participle of the verb to worry. So in English, if you see ed on an adjective, he is worried, he is tired, he is motivated, he is stimulated. These adjectives, ed, are from the past participle. So motiver, the verb to motivate. I have motivated somebody. J'ai motivé quelqu'un. I am motivated. Je suis motivé. The e acute will carry on. I am tired. Je suis fatigué. Something has tired me. Quelque chose m'a fatigué. So a lot of our most common adjectives that end in ed come from verbs. Yeah? So it will often go the other way round. Adjectives give birth to verbs. So for example, in French, to worry, inquiéter, comes from unquiet, inquiet. So je suis inquiet, elle est inquiète, inquiéter. So if I found an adjective like, so to whiten comes from the adjective white, so blanc, blanchir. We didn't get white from whiten, whiten came from white. To blacken came from black. So you just have a little think for yourself which way round it goes, and it doesn't really matter. So if I said, for example, let's think of a really obvious one. Let's think, let's not do a passive one. So known, he is well known. Known is the past tense of I have known somebody. So obviously adjective, he is known, il est connu, il est bien connu. We're going to use the past participle of the verb to know. But we today want to focus on going the other way around. We really do. So let's look at a couple. Old, vieux, vieille, vieillir. Pretty, jolie. To make it pretty, enjoliver. So we stick something to the left and something to the right. To lighten a situation. So clair, light. To add light to something is éclairer. We add an e to the left, an a to the right. To make something less dark, I know that's shit crazy. We'll talk about the difference another time, is éclaircir, éclaircir. So these are a list of words where you can basically find an adjective or a form of it and stick something to the left, something to the right. And every time you find one in your French work, I would like you to write it underneath. I would like you to write adjective. So write that it's an adjective type. Oh dear, the cops are out. Or the ambulance, I don't know. That's a cop car. I'd like you to write adjective. I'd like you to write what the verb is. I'd like you to write out what adjective it... I'd like you to write out what it means. I don't know whether to wish the police good luck or the people that they're after good luck. So yeah, so you're going to write an adjective, what the original adjective is. So say for example the verb was enjoliver, you're going to write right. You're going to write adjective, joli is the adjective, pretty. Enjoliver, you're going to write out the verb, and then next to it you're going to give an example. They decided to make the house pretty for Christmas. Ils ont décidé d'enjoliver la maison pour Noël. Let's do another one. To make something ugly. Laid is ugly, or laid. Enlaidir. So this pullover makes you look terrible, makes you look ugly. Ooh, that's a horrible thing to say. Alors, ce pull t'enlaidit, for example. And we're going to collate a massive collection of these underneath. So, léger, light. Yeah. Alléger, to make lighter. You're going to lighten someone's burden, le fardeau, their burden. And you're just going to keep going every single time you come across one of these words. Now notice that in English, these are often slightly more complex. So sad is triste, to sadden. So if a 5-year-old said to me, this saddens me, ça m'attriste, I'd be a bit like, wow, because you'd expect somebody who was younger to say, this makes me sad. Ready, prêt. I'm going to get ready, rather than I'm going to ready myself. Je vais m'apprêter for whatever reason. So these verbs are slightly more advanced in English and in French as well. Weirdly, as John, I did another video today for John, cleverly pointed out, before kids even learn to handle got and get and all of this business, they'll sort of go, this sad, this, you know, heavy, you know, rather than this makes it heavier, this, you know, they'll try and make a verb out of the adjective that they know, but then that very quickly gives way to doing this. So triste is the word sad, on the left a, on the right a, to sadden, attrister, ça m'attriste. Chagrin, sorrow. Chagriné, we're just adding something on the right, so we will either add something on the left and the right, or just the right. We obviously need to add something on the right, otherwise we wouldn't have a verb. So do you understand the assignment, guys? Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to write out as many of these as you can find with an example sentence, and we'll see how we get on. You might like to include noun verbs which come from nouns. So say for example, terre. There's the earth, there you can see the earth, lovely, lovely, lovely. So we have two verbs which come from this. So atterrir is to land. Yeah? So the plane landed. Yeah? Ils vont atterrir l'avion. So a to the left, ir to the right. They're going to bury somebody, whatever. Terre is the earth, en to the left and a to the right. Enterrer. Okay? So there you have a verb which comes from a noun. Big, fat, obvious one in the middle. You might like to see if you spot any of those in your reading. So for that one, you would write noun, terre, enterrer, ils ont enterré, whatever, leur grand-mère, their grandmother. All right? So keep an eye out for these. Let's see what brilliant resource we can put together. Every single time you come across one, adjective, verb from an adjective, or verb from a noun, write them underneath and I'll tell you if it's yes or no. Yep. Challenge accepted. And you will really find that this is going to really push your French, because A, you will learn new adjectives, B, you will learn these new verbs. We can't always be using ça va me rendre plus, whatever, all right? Good. I myself might add some if I think of some great ones that I come across and think of. I mean, it's not that I don't know them, but my brain is just like, where, you know. Okay, mission accepted. All right, guys, lots of love. See you soon. I've had so much coffee. I've been helping a friend paint I've been helping a friend hang a painting, and yeah, I'm so coffeed up. I'm super dry. I need to go and swim in some moisturizer and drink a load of water. All right, guys, look at this. Isn't this beautiful? This is Harrow in the background. Yep, Harrow on the hill. If you're from America, go and Google Harrow, Harrow, on the hill. There's a lovely school. There's a lovely, you know, old town, village, high street kind of thing to walk along. Some nice churches. Lovely. All right, guys, your mission, you have it. Get to it, guys. Get cracking. All right, loads of love.